The worst things that have happened in America is DEI, and it is one of the worst things that happened, in the U.S. and really the Western world. And heck, it's even coming to places like Japan and Korea, and it's just something that is not a good thing. Okay, so basically, if you don't know what DEI is, it's basically these goals that are created by companies to force, instead of hiring for the best talent possible, but I have to explain this every single time. Instead of hiring for the best talent possible, they want to basically make sure that we have to have a certain amount of women on our gaming teams or movie film teams, a certain amount of blacks, Hispanics, or underrepresented groups, or in case like Japan, like Vietnamese and minorities that make up 2% of Japan's total population as well. Same thing with like Europe as well, and Australia, New Zealand, and people really getting sick of it, obviously as well. But it seems that Trump is basically ending wokeness in America. Yes, Trump has basically single-handedly ended wokeness in one day. So yes, to sign today, wokeness is dead. Basically, Trump has signed into law that DEI and wokeness is dead. Of course, obviously, the Democrat court should go probably sue him, obviously, but all Trump has to do is to take it to the Supreme Court and say, hey, with the wokeness, it's not a welcome thing. Okay, they're gonna probably do that with birthright citizenship as well, but that's a whole different topic as well. But DEI is something that people really, really, really don't like, and I really do think that this is the end of DEI. Okay, so many companies have basically ended DEI. So many companies. Only a few have basically defended it as well. And DEI basically, came around after the George Floyd protests, obviously as well. But basically, affirmative action, one of the worst things ever implemented, basically discriminated against Asians and whites as well, and of course as well. But basically, as opposed to Trudeau's view of gender for the 2024 campaign, and he and his allies attacked the Democrats are supporting it as well. Project 47, which is different than Project 2025, as well as the official policy platform for Trump's campaign promise to cut funding for wokeness as well. So wokeness is being cut down 100%. Wokeness is being cut down 100%. And the woke has only themselves to blame for this. Okay, wokeness is the reason why Trump won the presidency. This society that has, the closest thing we have to the current way our society is, a historical analog, is the end of the Roman Empire and Weimar Germany. And both led to radical ideologies taking over. The first one led to the collapse of the Roman Empire, and second led to World War II. Okay, we have to stop wokeness before it destroys our society. Okay, before we do have to deal with the mustache man again. Okay, so it's ultimately important for us, the people, to fight back against wokeness, to elect people who will end wokeness and who will end the degeneracy of wokeness in America. Wokeness is becoming more and more unpopular. Hollywood is going to struggle, and the gaming industry is going to struggle, because they're going to double, triple down on wokeness as well. But it seems that after like the most recent movie announcements are saying, hey, we can't make woke movies anymore, because first of all, it's financially unstable for wokeness to survive. Okay, there have been a few wins for wokeness here and there, obviously, like Apple still supporting it. The success of movies like Barbie and Wicked, obviously, but the successes are so far and few in between compared to all of the failures of wokeness. Okay, let's look at the gaming industry. Concord, Star Wars Outlaws, Suicide Squad, and the same year. Movie industry had the movie Bros flop. You had, all of Disney's major movies in 2023 besides Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 flop. Even all Fox's movies as well. Okay, and 2023, you had the flop of the Marvels, which was the sequel to Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. You had Aquaman 2 flop, which Warner Bros. Insisted on keeping Amber Heard and Aquaman 2. Okay, Warner Bros. Insisted Joker 2 was a huge flop as well. What's up about that? Okay, the Rings of Power flopped, Velma flopped, Acolyte flopped. Okay, wokeness has had so many failures compared to successes. Okay, that it is basically dead at this point. Okay, very few woke stuff has been successful. Okay, and I think the most recent successful woke thing I think was Squid Game season 2, where they had a transgender character in the show that was looked over by a lot of people because of the success of Squid Game. I did not watch either Squid Game 1 or 2, so I don't care. I don't have Netflix, but no surprise Netflix tried to sub in wokeness in it because they know how successful Squid Game was, so they can sub it in. And surprisingly, kind of like a Billie Eilish song Once, surprisingly there was no real backlash to it, okay? But I think even in the music industry, there was not starting to be a backlash towards woke music. But even then, wokeness has been kind of reigning in the music industry as of late. Like, for some reason, the song Sailor Song is one of the most viewed songs over the past couple months, when the song is extremely woke. Like, people don't understand how woke the song is. Then you have Billie Eilish's Once, which I'm surprised they get more backlash than it is, as well. But I do think that the music industry, woke, that's going to be the next industry that's going to really, really fall down. Okay? Kind of like how the gaming industry fell down and the film industry fell in 2023 to 2024. Okay? And the film industry is now starting to course correct from the woke ideologies as well. But it seems that wokeness is now dying as well, and the end of the woke movie, film, and music industry is upon us. Thank God for that.